Hey guys, you've been inspirational here. Today I'm going to take you through a quick guide on how to update your ANyOne hardware relay to the latest version. So in this example, we're going to update to version 2.0.1, but the process is going to be the same irrespective of which update that you want to do. So specifically for this update that we're going to do, they included some quite new features like in-depth information on consensus flags, public and local IP addresses that you can also find, identification parameters, and what I'm also quite happy about is the ability to add this family, which wasn't there in the previous firmware that was released. So when I open my hardware relay, for instance, you can see that I'm currently running the version 1.3.2, and then we're going to update to the version 2.0.1. So to do the update, you're going to need a USB drive which can be formatted or which can support a FAT or FAT32 file system. Now the update file itself is pretty small. In my case, about 6 MB or 7 MB. So you do not need a very huge USB drive space to be able to perform the update. Now to do the update, just come to the page here and click on update to version 2.0.1, version 1.1. And this is a zip file. So just download this and this will be downloaded into your download location or wherever that you want to save it. So after you have downloaded the file, the next thing that you're going to do is to format the USB drive. Now to do so, like I said, you're going to have to format it specifically with the FAT or FAT32 file system. So this is my USB drive which I've already inserted into my computer. I'm just going to right click here and I'm going to go to format. In the next section here, you see that I have different file systems available. I have NTFS, I have FAT32, and I also have exFAT. Now what I'm going to choose is I'm going to choose FAT32, and you don't need to worry about what the label is, but I can also just call this update, right? And then here I can go with a quick format option just to make it a bit faster. You can see that my disk is 14 GB, but the file that I actually want to update is way smaller. It's about 7 MB or so. Now to format the drive, just click on start. Okay, be careful when you're doing this because it's going to erase everything that you have on the drive. And here also very important, make sure that the file that you have selected or the drive that you have selected is the USB drive, that you do not end up formatting your hard drive or something like that, right? Now here, in my case, I have the drive already open and that's why it's asking me, but don't worry about it. Just click on yes, and then the disk should be formatted. Okay, so now the disk is formatted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the USB drive. So on the left side here, you see the USB drive that I just formatted. It's quite empty because there's nothing in there basically. On the right side, this is the zip file that I downloaded containing the update. Now what you're going to do is to right click and extract the files to the zip file that you downloaded. So here I'm going to use the inbuilt unzip application of Windows. I'm just going to click on extract, and then here I'm going to enter into the folder. So here you have these two things in the update zip file. You have the updates folder, and then you have the file which is called defaults.config. Now you need to make some changes to the default.config file if you have changed your password that you used to log in into the relay backend. And then here, this is the password I'm talking about. So before you log in into your relay, there's always this password that you use. In most of the cases, it's admin, but if you have changed this default password, then you need to make the changes to your config or your defaults.config file. Now to make changes to the default.config file, just right click on the file and then choose open with, and then here you're going to go to more apps, and then you can open with Notepad and just press OK. And then you see this option here, 01 user password equals to admin. So that is the default password if you did not change the password. So if you made any changes to the password, just highlight the section here that is called admin, and then put in what password that you have when you are logging into the relay. So in my case, I didn't change this, which is not advisable, but I'm going to keep it like this because I had no changes to the password. I'm going to click on the file, and then the very important thing, what you're going to do is you're going to drag these two things from here into the root directory of your USB drive. And what it means by the root directory is that when you enter the USB, whatever that you see, just dump the files there. Do not put the files that you downloaded into another folder. And also very important, do not pull the updates folder into the drive. Open the folder that you unzipped and then copy the files in the unzipped folder into the USB drive. So do not put the files in any folder or something like that. So basically, for my preparation of the USB drive, we are done. What we're going to do now is to go to the hardware relay and make the update. And to perform the update is very easy. I just recorded my relay for me to be able to explain this also quite easily to you. You can see that my relay is up and running. The lights are pulsing, no red lights, which means that basically my relay is up and running. Now at this venture, what you have to do is to just plug in the USB that we copied the updates files into. In my case, the USB is on the left side of the relay. I'm pretty sure yours would also be on the left side. So here, just slot in the USB that we copied the updates files into and just leave the relay to do its thing. Now when the update is complete, you will see that the green light will be flashing quite rapidly, and when you see this indication, it basically means that the update is ready. Now at this point, just remove the USB drive and then your update is basically done. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to switch to the back end of my relay, and then we can go through what the new features that have been added are. So after that, if you plug in your USB disk back into your PC, you see some files also written on it. So for instance, I have updates from 1.3.2 to 2.0.1, and then when I open this file, you basically see what the serial number of my relay was and an indication that it was updated from version 1.3.2 to version 2.0.1. and I'm going to open back my relay backend. So by the way, to access the relay, you just put in relay.local, or you can also find the IP address of your relay in your router and just put that in the browser. Now I'm going to put in my password, which is the default password, and I'm just going to click on login. And then now you see the back end of my relay. So currently you see that there's a lot of changes to the interface. So here I now see my fingerprints, and also you see the updates 2.0.1, and here it looks like everything is running. So the relay is online, the URL port is reachable, which is pretty good. And then when you open, you see that some of the things are played out. If you want to review this, just click on review and this will do it. I don't want to do it because then I have to play out everything again. Now down here, when you come to, for instance, relay, you can just browse through and see what the new versions, the new things that they have appended are. So when you come to relay settings, you see the details. So you see your main details, you see the ports, and here for instance you can input your NFT ID of the NFT that you bought when you were buying the relay. So I'm just going to put this in here. I wouldn't do this in this video, but I would highly recommend that you also do so. And then when you come to relay family, if you have other relays that you are also running, just click on add fingerprints and then put in the fingerprints of your relay. So here you can see that you can add up to 40 relays. So this is a pretty cool feature, at least which was not available in the older versions that were there. So basically that's how easy it is to update your relay to the latest version. So this process is going to be similar whenever there's going to be any new update that you have to do using your USB disk. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, just reach out to the ANyONe team on Discord, and we're very happy to help you out. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel to see more like this. Like the video and see you in the next one. Bye.